if you're asking Zayne Parekh to come in and play third pair minutes, I don't know that he's going to succeed. But if you're asking him to run power play 1, I think he can have some success.
I think that's what you'll end up
based on what though. And I'm throwing some cold water on it. I'm of the opinion to play guys to find out, and the more they play, the easier it is.
Yeah,
unless they're not capable.
Yeah,
and I've said this all along. I would have played them. I would have played them. I would have played them. They're not. They're trying to bring them on. They're smarter than them. This is what they do.
He was getting injured though.
He was. They would have been,
but they'd have been playing him if he was healthy.
Well, how much
they
though?
Weren't at the
like
start.
Third pair in and out.
But it would be. But the more he would play, that would make itself clear.
Let me finish though, because I'm going to where you were. I don't think they were playing him a ton at the start, and I wonder if they're seeing something that we're not.
They clearly do not trust some of the flaws of his game, but they also aren't allowing him to show the strengths of his game.
And they also at the start of the year we're making the playoffs. And if you're going to cost
Project 97.
Yeah. So I mean, last night Brstevich is playing on the power play.
That's great.
Right? So that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously Parekh would be playing power play if he were still around. I don't know. I just kind of tend
I just want to see it. Until we see it, I don't believe it.
But he hasn't been healthy.
Well, he has at times, and they didn't do it.
How many games? I mean,
he's played 11 games.
I don't want to do this again. It's so.
How many minutes do you think he's averaging?
He's hardly. It's not a big enough sample size to judge utilization.
I actually don't think you guys are arguing. You're arguing just to argue. He hasn't played, and he has been injured, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But has he played good enough, even when he has played the little bit that he has, to say I have to play?
Both.
It's all of the above. He's not where you hope him to be, and he hasn't been given an opportunity, and he's had injuries.
And as a 19-year-old, it's going to take you time to get into the league and get comfortable.
He
and adapt,
might be a
and then he gets hurt.
22-year-old before he starts.
He might be,
and that is the profile of very, very high-end offensive defensemen that aren't great defensively. They take quite a bit longer than the well-rounded D for obvious reasons. It's tough for coaches to put them out, which is why you wish this organization would have the foresight to lift the white flag and actually say, look, like if we're bad for this year, it's only going to help us long-term. And you'll learn more about this kid rather than wonder what would it look like? You move White Cloud. You definitely move Coleman. You take calls on Kadri. You get rid of a winger or two.
But just in terms of Parekh, that's all we were talking about.
Slide him into the top 4. Give him an NHL caliber partner. He hasn't had that all year. He's never played with Uyghur.
He's going to be 15 to 20 minutes a night on the power play. That's what it is.
Yeah, and give him a partner that's a top 4 defenseman. Not a waiver claim. Like you've only played him with waiver claims. It's been like Bean, Hanley, and Pahal have been his partners. Like
I like Pahal.
What are you trying to turn him into?
No, I understand. Look, I do believe it's everything. I think that
and I agree with what you're saying. Like he hasn't really given them this long stretch where they've been able to work him in. I just worry about a pathway because I think they're going to trust the steadiness of Brstevich more than him. And as long as Husk is trying to get in the playoffs, which is his job,
he's not anymore.
How are you going to get him in?
He's going to coach to win because that's what a coach has to do. I don't think he's reality.
And I think that's part of, excuse me, I think that's part of what you saw with why does Anderson get traded right now? It's like, well, the coach is just like, if guys are here, I'm going to play them. If they're at practice, they're at morning skate, I'm building my roster. And I think that the discussion was had internally. Okay, well, there's no extension. So Boston, there's like all these other things. Do we just now go back to work and status quo? Because the injury concerns are still there. It was already, well, should Rasmus be playing against the Islanders? When do you start sitting this guy?
Even the Chicago finale of the road trip.
You're already in that. Yeah. It's like, he's healthy. He's played
unbelievable.
Just
get him out of here.
Do it. Yep. Just make
what's the most we can get it done.
So,
the only reason I'm leaning into the Parekh chat is Bobby Germany and Mike Gould had a great 9 minutes on is the foundation. Kent. Sorry, Kent. Thank you. Mike was on pregame.
You mean Warmies?
Warmies. Is this like the foundation of a relationship you believe is going to be very successful? Or are you starting to see like, did they either draft something that they don't know how to work with or that he might not be a fit with the philosophy? And I'm not saying that is the case, but there's certainly reasons to believe that could be the case.
I just think it's overblown.
I do too. I think it's too early too.
That your top prospects hardly playing?
But
Ryan, you're throwing out cheeky, shitty comments.
I'm not trying to be cheeky,
but you are throwing out cheeky, shitty comments. He didn't play a lot. We just discussed it.
Yeah.
We just discussed it. Now you're saying it's on the team and management's fault that they didn't play him. Well, I don't think he came in and knocked the socks off anyone. And it's great to say, play the piss out of them. The other side of the argument is, no, you fucking earn it. Are you good enough? Earn it.
So was he outchanced or like caved in or not?
Kiss my ass with this. Outchanced. And he's supposed to put up points. Was he putting up points?
No, he was not. He was not putting.
Well, there you go. Was he injured?
He got hurt a lot.
So what am I supposed to do as management and as a coach? Wipe his ass for him and say, get back out there?
No, like find a path for him to show his strength.
Well, you're acting like they've shut the door on this kid. Like,
well, so
did they kick him to the curb?
How many games? Let's play the game. And I'm not trying to be cheeky or anything like that. I'm literally think this is the most important player they have in their system right now. When you
how have they mistreated him?
Well, I'm not saying they have or haven't. I'm just trying to find the path for him to getting the
get
minutes.
Healthy and play better. It's clear and simple for every player that ever wants to play.
Right. So
play better.
So let's just look through the past. I'm not trying to fight. I'm presenting facts here. He has an excellent World Juniors. He gets dinged up in it at the end. Just let me finish.
Well, why can't I have a comment?
But I'm literally just, I want you to react to this once it's all there, not halfway through. He goes on the 5-game roadie. They get home. He's healthy enough to play. And coming off an excellent World Juniors for what he's great at, do they play him in the NHL or do they immediately sign him to the A? His first games are in the A. This was a great chance to get him into the lineup, was it not?
But you have...
Whoa. So 2 things. He did put up a bunch of points, and I thought I took a shot at him because I thought it showed what he is in that goal, empty net goal. Here's a kid that is a stud offensively that isn't in it to win it. That was a bullshit play at the end of that game. Didn't matter. Probably didn't change the outcome. But if you think Jerome McGinley would let that guy score? Jerome McGinley would shoot his leg off.
Yeah, no, he's not Jerome. I get it.
So, well, that matters. It's not just, hey, I've got the puck and I'll piss around and do whatever I want and score a few. Like, you want guys that want to win. There's a character test too. And I don't think that was a good sign of.
I agree with that.
And so then but then you're saying they didn't play him right away. I thought he was injured.
So when he missed 5 games in a row, that opened the conditioning.
I understand, but he left the World Juniors injured, did he not?
And so now that he's healthy, where is he playing?
Yes, but that's because they probably were already 4 games in.
That's the choice they made.
But they were 4 games into sitting him. They're saying, we can sit you one more to finally, instead of doing 5 games further down the road.
Yeah, and I mean, 5 games further down the road might put you into that Olympic window, which would be some benefits from. Maybe they want him to reset and get away from hockey. Maybe they want him in the gym that whole time. I don't know. I'm just curious what the plan is.
Because it's not your business to know what the plan is. It's their business.
No, and they don't have to tell me. I'm just curious. Like, if you're a fan of this team and you said, like, who are some of the most important pieces for the next 10 years? Like, Zayne Parekh is going to be very high on that list, if not the top for most people, because he's young and he's an extremely high skill player. And so, I'm not saying, they put him in the AA, look, they hate him. No, but they could have played him in the NHL at that point.
What is it? And I'm just curious, because I try and speak your language, and we've worked together a long time. And generally, it feels like you're a huge proponent of the American Hockey League and letting them cook and letting your prospects come along. But you're the complete opposite with this guy. You want him in. You want him power play. You want him big minutes. You want him he's played. Let me finish. Mm-hmm. He's played 11 fucking games.
Yeah,
and has been injured, and he's proven to be putting himself in harm's way.
Yeah.
At what point do you look at it and say, okay, well, we need to be smart with this player. Let's send it. It's a conditioning stint.
Right.
Send him to the American Hockey League, which generally that's a great move. That would be a smart thing. He's 19. He's a kid. Send him there. It just feels like with this guy,
it's backwards for me.
It's backwards for you. So, and you are like, you're taking this, usually it's big picture.
Yeah.
To look at 11 games, say they haven't done this, and the coach is like holy cow.
So you have one conditioning stint, you have one bullet to use. They've used it now. That's the only different part. Because if he had the ability to play in the American League all year, I'd be thrilled with that.
Why would you need to keep?
Why is this a slight?
Keep what?
The bullet. Why would you need to keep this conditioning stint?
This is why I personally am curious about what the plan is when this conditioning stint is done.
What do you think it would be?
Well, I hope it's not in the rafters more than playing. That's my
But
concern.
You're just that will be
Like-
dictated by his ability to perform.
Yeah, in the system that, yeah.
What do you
like-
mean? Yeah, you can't
Of
just
course
throw
it
a
is,
kid
yeah.
to the.
But
You know how I feel. Dougie Hamilton came here, and I'm like, why in the would you trade for this guy and play him 14 minutes? It's stupid.
play him. Yeah.
I'm all for play,
Yeah.
but I'm also for.
And his play was also indicative of a guy that
Yes.
needed more minutes. When Dougie came in, and this is
Well, but that's the point I'm saying is
Yes.
that you have to be good enough to play. You have to earn it too. You can't if he's down at the dome moping around pouting. I have no clue. But I may play him, but he's got to be able to do it. And that's what I
Yeah.
keep saying is they see more. They see practice habits. They see attitude. There's something that is saying. And at the start of the year, they're thinking playoffs. So he's been gone for it feels like 2 months.
His last game was November 7th, and he played all of his games this year -2 in the month of October when they were the worst team in the league.
But they still felt that they were going to be a playoff team. And that's on them.
Maybe not.
They
maybe
should
not
wear
October,
that
yeah.
hat.
Yeah.
That is a mistake, and they
And-
should have played him more then. But
And look, like I don't have a problem with going to the A for this whatever stint, whether it's 5 games or 3 or whatever the time limit is. It's just that you also could have said, let's just see what he looks like for a game here.
yeah, but I think I don't.
that's interesting.
But I think the point. Well,
but then you have to
my
sit
ass-
another 5.
That's just
So
it.
you
I
just
think
said,
my
yeah.
assumption is he came back from the tournament and was injured.
Mhm.
And they were like, well, we're 4 games into a 5-game. You have to sit for 5 before we can send you
May as well
down.
use it.
We may as well do it now. That would be my assumption.
Yep,
Would it
yeah.
not?
And
Like if he was injured for the first 10 days and couldn't play, well, you might as well finish it off and go to the minors.
Yeah, and we don't know how hurt he was. Like he clearly was healthy enough to play the gold medal game, but it's also the NHL where he's been bumped around. I just want to see when
They
this
didn't
is
play
up.
the gold medal game.
Sorry, the bronze medal game. They sure didn't. What I want to see is the conditioning stint finishes, and that it isn't like 8 minutes with a guy that doesn't make most NHL teams, and that's how he's going to be judged, because that's not what you draft him to be. And I also don't want to say, like to Rhett's point, here's 25 minutes your top pair, but at least use the guy in the power play and stuff. Like we're going to look at this body of work and say, well, he hasn't earned it. And it's like the whole fucking team was brutal in the month of October. Like who was good in October? No one. They were the worst team in the league. And that's look, he didn't earn it. Well, like, who the fuck was he playing with that was good? No one. And was he good? He was okay, but like he definitely looked like he was adjusting to his first dozen games in the league.
All of the above.
So I just I'm leery that you're in a spot after you use this conditioning stint where Huska's like, he's not one of the 6 guys I trust the most. And we're going to look at the end of the year and say, was this a lost year for Zayne?
And what if it is?
That's the concern.
Why?
But what if it is?
What's
Well,
Would
what's
he
a
be the
lost
only
year do?
prospect that's ever had a year where?
No, it's just not ideal. You'd rather it not be, right? So
Sure, but
yeah.
but what if it is?
So it's like, could you have done things differently to have it not lost, or was this just going to go this way? I don't know.
Last year in the final game of the season against the LA Kings,
Mm-hmm.
he played 20 minutes and 31 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Got it. But a goal?
Had a goal.
Yeah.
I just have a hard time in October when you're losing games and you can't afford mistakes that they didn't play the rookie who's prone to mistakes.
No, I don't have a problem
It's not
with
bad
playing in
coaching
October.
or hard to wrap your head around.
I don't have a problem with this usage.
In
October.
February, when you're third from the bottom, I just feel like the situation is going to dictate a different role.
I really hope so. Yeah. I hope that happens.
I am, and maybe I'm just not that deep into, I'm just surprised at the level of concern over an 11-game segment where there was injuries, that the coaching is going to hold this. There's the problem with how he's being utilized, and the coach isn't going to use him. It really feels like kind of crazy, over the top hockey market stuff.
Maybe.
To me.
Yeah. And again, we're saying like 11, 12 games. Like it's not. He was healthy to probably play about 25 of them, right? Like they healthied him a ton. It's not
Which
like it's a month that he was healthy. It's like I want to be, if I'm a fan of this team, I want to know that player development is a top priority.
Maybe that's what
And maybe this is part of it, or maybe it's, oh shoot, they're more obsessed with remaining competitive than actually helping this player progress and making next year where he can really take a step.
And we saw Gridden and Brustevich in the power play last night.
Yeah, great.
So we're there, I would think.
And the funny thing, and it's the same. Next year he can go to the AHL, and play 100 minutes a game.
Yeah,
and that's not so. So we want to see this happen this year at the NHL level, even if he isn't ready for it. And he might be in the AHL, like we just said. He might be 3 years away from being impactful at the NHL level.
I would like to get to the end of the year and feel like you really knew where he was at in his game. And
I don't think you will.
No,
I don't think you will.
Like to know whether he needs questions.
I don't think
he's ready for the NHL.
I don't think he's ready to step in and show you that he's undisputably should be being used 20 minutes. That's just my gut. And my gut's telling me that because of the way they've used him with the injuries, the type of player he is. I didn't like what he did at World Junior, as good as he was at World Juniors. Everything. I just think that you're going to walk out of this year going, or the rest of this year, and it's like, he's not a 20-minute defenseman, and that's fine.
And he doesn't have to be 20.
And I just feel like the scrutiny is already so hard on him.
Like, that's just it. It's like this kid's failing if he's not doesn't come in and get you 30 points throughout from now to the end of the year. It's like, no, you're a offensive defenseman, and this is the NHL. You're going to have to adjust. And guess what? You might be in the A next year. It is now an option.
You would love to know at the end of the year if you're like, you know what, he is ready for the NHL next year, or you know what, he is going to need some time in the A next year. I hope they have clarity at the end of the year of where's he at? What kind of summer is he?
Training camp next year. Yes, it's a benefit to see what he's got to offer, but I don't think it's the end of the world to just.
Oh dear. Someone was here last week and had the nerve to eat breakfast in front of us in a room full of hungry men during brunch hours
in front of fasters,
and to not share food.
And I was going to send a text that I felt bad. We didn't get a chance. Was there something you want to talk? You wanted to say? Because you came in, you ate lunch, and you left before we had a chance.
Oh, he's a busy guy.
When in fact, all he needed was a warm space to eat.
Oh, he was just he needed the couch.
Yeah, he just needed a
turn
roof.
the tube on.
Yeah.
He's just scrolling
it's
YouTube.
His bunkhouse.
Yeah.
Oh, let's finish the show.
So is that what this is?
Let's get the show over.
This is
with.
guilt.
So here's the thing: we have done fasting Mondays. Everyone but Dean.
That's why we're arguing so much.
It's grumpy fucking Tuesdays. It's grumpy Tuesdays. Pardon my French. So we have not eaten since Sunday dinner. And apparently the good folks at Taco Time know that it's Taco Tuesdays. Look at this. $2 tacos every Tuesday.
I'm not sure.
Are you ready to break the fast, Rhett? Because it is no longer fasting Monday, and we have not eaten since Sunday.
Are we actually going to eat live?
Why the hell not? I'm starving.
Spill sour cream on my shirt.
You got to.
Fine. You shut my mic off, Jack.
The water thing's done. You can wash as much clothes as you need to.
Oh
my God. Look at all this. What do we got? Hot
those are the drinks.
We got bevies. Food first. Food.
Oh, these are the drinks. Get these out of here.
We'll need those later. Oh my God.
So anyway, Flames lose last night 2-1.
Yeah, go ahead, Dean. Just
so we actually ever.
So what do we feel? I think what's your let's do a what do you think's going to be at the end of the year? There you go. Thank you. What's Parekh's good? My gut is we're not going to be sure, and he's going to have to come to camp next year and play.
Yeah. I feel that's the way. And I also feel that, again, like I said, the scrutiny just really seems unusually high with this player. Ordinarily, if you're a first rounder, it's patience. You'll need to rush him. He's highly skilled. It takes defensemen longer, this whole thing.
Yeah.
But right now, he hasn't played enough. This coach isn't going to put him in the right spots. Who's he playing with? It's really
so go to that draft class and look at the D that we're taking.
It doesn't matter.
Well, I think it does.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Okay.
Why does where he was drafted impact what he actually is? What if he was taken first overall? What if he was taken 100th overall?
Well, it's a different.
Parekh is who he
set
is.
of expectations. That's what the difference is.
Well, you need to adjust your expectations once the draft is over. It's like we always say. Well, Sam Bennett, he's a first. Well, you can't. Michael Backlund, first rounder. The draft's over. By now, they are who they are.
I think it's a stab at what pick was he?
9.
It's like, well, if
Was
Steve
he a
Williams is playing
consensus
20
9?
minutes, well,
You don't like.
No, it's just when you are evaluating how a team's performing, it would be very natural, Mr. I love looking back at drafts, to say, okay, like who are the other guys that could have had there? How's their trajectory going? And how does this guy rate? Now, is development a race?
it's great for
No.
fans. It's great for fans, but the team can't do that.
So they're not going to audit and look and say, did we pick the
What
right
game
guy?
tape do they look at? Zeev Williams or Zayne Parekh to decide what Parekh needs or need?
Different players. I totally get
Like, who gives a shit about the draft? Like, fans can.
Can I?
If fans want to, no, you said it, and I'm reacting to it. You do this all the time, and you buy yourself time to backpedal on a bad point. Like, it doesn't matter where he was drafted for how much time Coach Huska should be giving him on a nightly basis, right?
Sure. Look, I'm not saying that it whether Zeke Williams playing or not is the biggest deal, but like you do start to wonder if this long term was the right pick, don't you? Like, how many years until you
That's
say,
not
geez,
that's not the conversation. You're
Well,
talking about how much time he should be playing.
we're talking about all the above. Like, is this a fit with
Okay,
player
well,
and
I
team?
mean, we could have the should he have been drafted higher or lower? Should they have taken? I mean, that's great, but
That is a big question.
But that isn't. Do you know if you should be in the American Hockey League?
Yeah,
That's
I'm sort of more
real
looking
world
at,
analysis.
I'm looking at the Oregon saying, like, is this the developmental
I can't,
environment
you know,
that this guy needs to be in or not? I don't know. How's the
Strong boom.
what's in your hand? Like,
what is that? That looks unbelievable.
okay, Jesus. Hey, buddies, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Also, if you could throw in a like and subscribe, it does help us out with what it is we are doing. And check out more at flamesnation.ca.